Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is episode 9 of season 5 of Heartland, covered. When Tim's racehorse Cisco is stolen on the way to his maiden race, Amy and Ty get help tracking him down from an unlikely source, Ty's stepfather. As we saw in the last episode, Ty found out that his stepfather paid his tuition, and so I like how they set it up with the last episode because they talked about Cisco and Cisco's maiden race and how Ty and Janice and Shane were all going to go on like an adventure, and now we're going to see that Cisco is going to be stolen. And I'm guessing tracking him down from an unlikely source, Ty's stepfather, because the stepfather, of course, knows about stuff like this and has done that before. So I don't know if that's necessarily going to be good that we're going to see Wade again, but I think it might be, especially because it might give him a chance to clear the air and have Ty find out why Wade paid his tuition. I'm guessing Wade, I don't know, maybe Wade is trying to make amends, and he might also have a budget for Wade. Let's get started. Is it really?
You're in bed, dear?
No, 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 no.
Well,
There wasn't anything else we could do, Amy.
There's always another way.
You just let him lie there like that. Move on before it's too late for the other one.
Caleb! No!
So, how do you
Always. Always another way.
So, tell me, Tim, how come they call it a maiden race?
Well, none of these horses have ever won a race.
Wait a minute, you telling me that Cisco's running his first race against a bunch of losers?
He's up against some of the best 2-year-olds in the country.
But you really think he has a chance?
How did he know he lived there?
Where did you get some?
You get that information from
Hi.
Richard, or Richard has given that out?
Mommy?
do you have lots and lots to say?
I know. Keep. You didn't miss a thing.
So how's that house yours come along?
We're working on it, Dad. The problem is,
Have we found Cisco yet?
Oh,
I like that he cares about this stuff.
his dad promised to call me. His dad, he's not too good at dealing with us, so
Yeah, it's not.
let's stay out of his way.
I do like that Shane cares about Cisco, that he was all concerned about him. I do like that. I think that that's good. And, Tim talked about, I'm the innocent victim, and Janice is kind of shutting him up there, and I'm like, yeah, she should, because Tim is going to run his mouth. How has he not been arrested yet? That's my big question. And like Ty said, when the horses were on the road, Wade was there talking to him. But it doesn't mean that Wade may not have had something to do with it. He could have paid someone, and maybe he doesn't. Maybe it's completely innocent. Maybe it's someone else. But he could have paid someone, and then, because like I said, how does he know where Ty lives? He shouldn't have had that information. Unless what they aren't telling us is that he showed up at Heartland and someone like Jack or Mallory told him and said where he is, which is pretty shitty, especially if someone like Jack would have done that, because Jack knows Ty's feelings on Wade. And the other thing is, I see like Peter I'm wondering if Peter is a little jealous, or if he's liking being kind of like the go-to. You know, like Lou is worried about missing out on all this stuff, and I'm like, well, you accepted the job, and you could have also said, like Peter had commented, about work from home. You know, be remote. Maybe a schedule that you go in 1 day a week or so. You know, especially now. I mean, it's kind of funny watching this when it was set back in like 2010, 2011. Because now, of course, so many years later, remote is a lot more common. And so, and I think that's going to continue, and I think we are going to see a lot more work from home positions, which is awesome, I think. And so, yeah, it's definitely easy for someone like Lou. And maybe that's something to consider for mothers, you know? That might be a way to kind of eliminate maternity leave, is the woman goes on maternity leave, has the baby, and then works remotely from home for 5, 6 weeks or something before returning to the office, or has the option to continue working from home. I could see that being something for new mothers or new fathers, for the men who have the kids, you know, raise the kids and not the mother. But I could see something like that coming in the future, where they don't really have maternity leave, where they just work remotely, and then it could end up being a permanent, or at least permanent for a few years until the children are like off at school or whatever, you know. So I could see something like that maybe coming in the future. Anyways, keep going.
You know, building a house is something I always thought I'd do with Ashley. Yeah, sorry to hear about you guys splitting up.
Yeah, it's pretty well over. Mind you, I'm not 100% sure. Sasha. Yeah, I didn't hear that. No worries, brother.
Thanks.
You did, but you
Well, sweetheart. Mama.
didn't.
I'm
What would she
disappointed
say?
in Ty. You actually think I'd rip off the company that I work for?
The space?
Don't take it personally.
A text from Scott. You know that horse that you and Caleb brought to the clinic? He's gonna be all right, but his suspensory ligaments are shot.
So his racing days are over.
You know those infected wounds?
Okay. Yep, I have to
How
go.
old is Kate?
So I guess you heard Marty's baby is way ahead of Katie.
We haven't stopped since.
Go.
Bye.
Have
Bye.
fun.
You say bye to Mama? You say bye, Mama?
I see what you mean. That is one, Cassie.
You know, so it's like, you know, I like that Shane wants to help. He says, we're ready to go. And they're like, no. And I'm thinking, you never know. He might be able to help. I mean, yeah, he may not necessarily know everything, but he might be able to see things in a different perspective that they hadn't thought of. You know, everyone is just, they're kind of treating Shane the way they treated Mallory, where they're basically just kind of blowing him off. And he might be able to help. He might have some good thoughts and some good ideas. So they shouldn't just blow him off like that. And it's interesting, you know, Kelly asked around about Caleb. Like Harry says, my marriage was no joke. And and I'm like, yeah, you're right, it wasn't. But you know, if Ashley came back, you'd take her back in a heartbeat. But it just seems to me that Caleb is moving on way too fast. So it's obviously rebound. But, I mean, you know, we saw how heartbroken he was, you know, like when he was taking his ring off and stuff. And I don't think it was just that it was like some challenge that failed or something. He really loved Ashley. And so for it to be over so quickly. Yeah, it's just heartbreaking. I mean, he said that they fought a lot, and they were like, well, what else is new? And I'm thinking, yeah, just because they fought a lot, though, doesn't mean that they couldn't have made it work. But, I mean, were they even married a year? They did seem like they were happy, at least at times. He changed a bit for her, and she did the same. She kind of changed a bit for him. So I hate that they weren't married for long, and that it's all of a sudden over. I wonder if that was the intention, that they were going to be married, but then the actress just moved on or something, and then they had to write her out. I should check and see if there's any. I or Shane are going to dress and then ride Cisco. They are mentioning that Shane, and I'm like, Shane actually makes a valid point. There's 4 horses. You could each ride one out and still grab the 4th and take the 4th with them, just rope them up or something. Or if nothing else, come back and get them later, right? The 3 out, get them to safety. Then, like, Shane and Ty could come back, grab the 4th, and take him. They're going to be happy that Shane is there now because that extra set of hands. And, it's like, I get it, yeah, they think he's a kid. That's the exact same way they treated Mallory, and Mallory has proved herself to help them out. So they need to give Shane a chance. And I like how, he's helping his sister and everything, and his father. He wanted to be a part of it. And that's what I think is great, that he wants to help, he wants to be a part of it. And maybe for him it's feeling like family, I don't know. But yeah, I like that. I like that he's wanting to be a part of it. Because he could have just easily said, okay, and gone in the house and played video games or something. So, or hung out with Peter and Katie, but he wanted to be there to help them out with Cisco. So Ray is talking.
First one, let's go. Let's go.
They're all 4 of the horses.
Hey, stop those guys! Stop them! Stealing the horse!
They're telling Shane to stop recording. I'm like, let him record. Even if he can't show anyone, it's an adventure for him. Leave him alone. But I'm impressed that Wade came through. Like he pulled in and then they grabbed all 4 of the horses and threw them in there. We'll see. My guess is that because he comes through, Ty will take the tuition. That's my guess. And, like I said, I don't know how to read Wade. There's a part of me that thinks that he is trying to be sincere when it comes to Ty. That he is trying to kind of, make amends. Because why else would he pay the tuition? Just randomly. He does honestly seem proud of Ty. He does honestly seem proud, like he wants him to do well, to do better. And maybe he does. Sometimes people can change, The 11th Doctor mentioned that in his regeneration speech. He said, we all change. We're different people all throughout our lives. You've got to keep moving so long as you remember all the people that you used to be. And with Wade, maybe in a way he did change. He was a dick. He still is a bit of a dick. But maybe he is trying to change a bit. Maybe he is wanting to make amends for the way he treated Ty when he was younger. Does that mean that Ty has to accept him and have him as part of his life? No. But at least acknowledge that he's trying to change. Even if you say, look, I'm not going to accept it, Okay. But I think they need to treat Shane a little better.
Try to remember that.
Okay.
So I missed you yesterday.
Yeah, sorry.
Thought you were gonna be giving me a hand, but I guess Amy and Ty, they needed your help a little more than I did.
Yep.
Yeah. You know, I tried to talk them out of it.
Sure you
They
did.
wouldn't listen. I even told them it was crazy dangerous.
Dangerous, really.
Not that I would know. I mean, they made me stay in the truck the whole time.
Me better, you know that sooner or later I'm gonna get the truth out of you. Somehow, some way.
Yeah, okay, I was with them. It was totally awesome. The guy came without the gun. It was like,
Wait,
He's got some of his old man in him after all. It's exactly the view I would have done in our day.
yeah, and that might be something you wanna keep to yourself.
Yeah, maybe. Always filling up the.
You don't have to keep beating yourself up for this.
Just wish I knew what he wanted from me, that's all.
What does it matter what he wants? You don't owe him anything.
You don't understand the world that he's from. Nothing comes without a price. There are no favors.
That is the past, and you don't have to go back to that.
I wish it was that easy.
It is that easy. You'll never have to have anything to do with him ever again. Hmm?
Hey, Lily, what's up? Bet you didn't expect to hear from me, huh?
Yeah, no, she doesn't.
Yeah, I ran into Ty the other day. Oh, he's good. Just got himself into a little bit of a jam and needed my help. No, I was glad to be there for him. You know, I had a really good feeling about this, Lily. I mean, it's time we could all put the past behind us.
Oh, shit. Right there, pretty much. Obviously, we have not seen the last of Wade. I mean, the fact he was pretty much right there outside the trailer when they made it look like he was leaving. I do know that we see Lily again. I know she's done probably 9 episodes or so. So, yeah, we are definitely going to see more of her. And, you know, Ty was saying that one thing I like with the show is that they will connect things from previous episodes. Like, there's a real possibility Ty may end up taking her from Wade, but not for a while. Maybe not till the end of the season or possibly next year. I like that they do connect things even from season to. You know, with some shows, they might do something for an episode and then never see it again. But they always seem to be kind of interconnected with this. Again, even if it's seasons gone, you know, like Caleb has finally heard from Ashley. Maybe Ashley isn't kind of completely out of the picture. Yeah, so he was going to see Kelly. He could have, if he really thought he and Ashley were done, he would not have answered the call. Or he would have waved at Kelly, but then, you know, given her like the one moment, and she would have been like, yeah, fine, you know, just taking a phone call. So he could have done something like that. But the fact that he kind of backed off means, yeah, you know, he would much rather be with Ashley than anyone else. You know, because like I said, if he was done and had moved on, you know, it would have been easy to just have shown Kelly that he was there, but that he was on the phone. Anyone would respect that and be like, yeah, you know, take your phone call. And maybe he did, and we just didn't see that part. But I have a feeling it's going to be that she gets stood up. And she looked really nice, you know. And Peter's all, and the first word was mine. He's like, yeah, first word. I'm worried that what Caleb said to him is going to have an effect. And it shouldn't, because I don't see Peter as a loser, you know? He's taking care of a child, which is a big responsibility. And even if he doesn't have a job right away, that's fine, you know? Doesn't mean he won't get one. And I'm wondering if Blue is going to stay at her job or not. I mean, obviously she stays in the show, so maybe she does. Maybe she does end up working 3 days a week, running the Dude Ranch. Who knows? You know, I will find out. I am now officially halfway done with season 5 of Heartland. Let me know your thoughts in the comments regarding anything that has happened so far this season. Hit the like button and subscribe for more content. If you can, follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Lulu Cat Reactions. I'd love to be able to get more followers over there so you guys can see what I'm posting and what's coming next. Shout out to my editor. Thank you so much for all of your hard work. You can find her link in the description. I'd love it if I could get your support on Patreon. There are some different levels for you that you can support if you are able to. Otherwise, if you are kind enough to do a one-time donation and want to help feed my caffeine addiction, you can also buy me coffee. Link is in the description. Halfway through season 5 of Heartland. Once that's done, I'll be barreling on through for the rest of the seasons. Hoping I can maybe get done with it or be caught up on it. Hopefully by this time next year. But we'll see, because it all depends on when season 15 posts on Netflix. But thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in my next reaction. Bye.